Jeremiah chapters 47. The word of Jehovah that came to Jeremiah the prophet concerning the Philistines before that Pharaoh smote Gaza. Thus saith Jehovah, Behold, waters rise up out of the north, and shall become an overflowing stream, and shall overflow the land and all that is therein, the city and them that dwell therein, and the men shall cry, and all the inhabitants of the land shall wail, at the noise of the stamping of the hoofs of his strong ones, at the rushing of his chariots, at the rumbling of his wheels. The fathers look not back to their children for feebleness of hands, because of the day that cometh to destroy all the Philistines, to cut off from Tyre and Sidon every helper that remaineth. For Jehovah will destroy the Philistines, the remnant of the isle of Caphtor. Baldness is come upon Gaza, Ashkelon is brought to naught. The remnant of their valley, how long wilt thou cut thyself? O thou sword of Jehovah, how long will it be ere thou be quiet? Put up thyself into thy scabbard. Rest and be still. How canst thou be quiet, seeing Jehovah hath given thee a charge? Against Ashkelon and against the seashore, there hath he appointed it. Of Moab, thus saith Jehovah of hosts, the God of Israel, Woe unto Nebo, for it is laid waste. Kiriathim is put to shame, it is taken. Misgab is put to shame and broken down. The praise of Moab is no more. In Heshbon they have devised evil against her. Come and let us cut off her from being a nation. Thou also, O madman, shalt be brought to silence. The sword shall pursue thee. The sound of a cry from Horonaim, desolation and great destruction. Moab is destroyed. Her little ones have caused a cry to be heard. For by the ascent of Luhith with continual weeping shall they go up, for at the descent of Horonaim they have heard the distress of the cry of destruction. Flee, save your lives, and be like the heath in the wilderness. For because thou hast trusted in thy works and in thy treasures, thou also shalt be taken. And Chemosh shall go forth into captivity, his priests and his princes together. And the destroyer shall come upon every city, and no city shall escape. The valley also shall perish, and the plain shall be destroyed, as Jehovah hath spoken. Give wings unto Moab, that she may fly, and get her away, and her city shall become a desolation, without any to dwell therein. Cursed be he that doeth the work of Jehovah negligently, and cursed be he that keepeth back his sword from blood. Moab hath been at ease from his youth, and he hath settled on his lees, and hath not been emptied from vessel to vessel, neither hath he gone into captivity. Therefore his taste remaineth in him, and his scent is not changed. Therefore, behold, the days come, saith Jehovah, that I will send unto him them that pour off, and they shall pour him off. And they shall empty his vessels, and break their bottles in peace. And Moab shall be ashamed of Chemosh, as the house of Israel was ashamed of Bethel, their confidence. How say ye, we are mighty men and valiant men for the war? Moab is laid waste, and they are gone up into his cities, and his chosen young men are gone down to the slaughter, saith the King, whose name is Jehovah of hosts. The calamity of Moab is near to come, and his affliction hasteth fast. All ye that are round about him bemoan him, and all ye that know his name say, How is the strong staff broken, the beautiful rod? O thou daughter that dwellest in Dibon, come down from thy glory and sit and thirst, for the destroyer of Moab is come up against thee. He hath destroyed thy strongholds. O inhabitant of Aroer, stand by the way and watch. Ask him that fleeth and her that escapeth, say, What hath been done? Moab is put to shame, for it is broken down. Wail and cry, tell ye it by the Arnon that Moab is laid waste, and judgment is come upon the plain country, upon Holon, and upon Jazah, and upon Mephaath, and upon Dibon, and upon Nebo, and upon Beth-Diblathaim, and upon Kiriathim, and upon Beth-Gamel, and upon Beth-Meon, and upon Kirioth, and upon Basra, and upon all the cities of the land of Moab, far or near. The horn of Moab is cut off, and his arm is broken, saith Jehovah. Make ye him drunken, for he magnified himself against Jehovah, and Moab shall wallow in his vomit, and he shall also be in derision. For was not Israel a derision unto thee? Was he found among thieves? For as often as thou speakest of him, thou waggest the head. O ye inhabitants of Moab, Leave the cities and dwell in the rock, and be like the dove that maketh her nest over the mouth of the abyss. We have heard of the pride of Moab, that he is very proud, his loftiness and his pride and his arrogancy and the haughtiness of his heart. I know his wrath, saith Jehovah, that it is naught. His boastings have wrought nothing. Therefore will I wail for Moab. Yea, I will cry out for all Moab. For the men of Kiriz shall they mourn. With more than the weeping of Jazer will I weep for thee, O vine of Sibmah. Thy branches passed over the sea, they reached even to the sea of Jazer. Upon thy summer fruits and upon thy vintage the destroyer is fallen. And gladness and joy is taken away from the fruitful field and from the land of Moab. And I have caused wine to cease from the wine presses. None shall tread with shouting, the shouting shall be no shouting. From the cry of Heshbon even unto Elealeh, even unto Jahaz, have they uttered their voice, from Zoar, even unto Horonaim, to Eglath Shelishiyah, for the waters of Nimrim also shall become desolate. Moreover, I will cause to cease in Moab, saith Jehovah, him that offereth in the high place, and him that burneth incense to his gods. Therefore my heart soundeth for Moab like pipes, and my heart soundeth like pipes for the men of Kirikiz. Therefore the abundance that he hath gotten is perished. For every head is bald, and every beard clipped. Upon all the hands are cuttings, and upon the loins sackcloth. On all the housetops of Moab, and in the streets thereof, there is lamentation everywhere. For I have broken Moab like a vessel wherein none delighteth, saith Jehovah. How is it broken down? How do they wail? How hath Moab turned the back with shame? So shall Moab become a derision and a terror to all that are round about him. For thus saith Jehovah, behold, he shall fly as an eagle, and shall spread out his wings against Moab. Kirioth is taken, and the strongholds are seized, and the heart of the mighty men of Moab at that day shall be as the heart of a woman in her pangs. And Moab shall be destroyed from being a people, because he hath magnified himself against Jehovah. Fear and the pit and the snare are upon thee, O inhabitant of Moab, saith Jehovah. He that fleeth from the fear shall fall into the pit, and he that getteth up out of the pit shall be taken in the snare. For I will bring upon him, even upon Moab, the year of their visitation, saith Jehovah. They that fled stand without strength under the shadow of Heshbon. For a fire is gone forth out of Heshbon, and a flame from the midst of Sihon, and hath devoured the corner of Moab, and the crown of the head of the tumultuous ones. Woe unto thee, O Moab! The people of Chemosh is undone, for thy sons are taken away captive, and thy daughters into captivity. Yet will I bring back the captivity of Moab in the latter days, saith Jehovah. Thus far is the judgment of Moab. Of the children of Ammon, thus saith Jehovah, hath Israel no sons? Hath he no heir? Why then doth Malchem possess Gad, and his people dwell in the cities thereof? Therefore, behold, the days come, saith Jehovah, that I will cause an alarm of war to be heard against Rabbah of the children of Ammon, and it shall become a desolate heap, and her daughters shall be burned with fire. Then shall Israel possess them that did possess him, saith Jehovah. Wail, O Heshbon, for Ai is laid waste. Cry, ye daughters of Rabbah. Gird you with sackcloth, lament, and run to and fro among the fences, for Malchem shall go into captivity, his priests and his princes together. Wherefore gloriest thou in the valleys, thy flowing valley, O backsliding daughter, that trusted in her treasures, saying, Who shall come unto me? Behold, I will bring a fear upon thee, saith the Lord Jehovah of hosts, from all that are round about thee, and ye shall be driven out every man right forth, and there shall be none to gather together the fugitives. But afterward I will bring back the captivity of the children of Ammon, saith Jehovah. Of Edom, thus saith Jehovah of hosts, is wisdom no more in Teman? Is counsel perished from the prudent? Is their wisdom vanished? Flee ye, turn back, dwell in the depths, O inhabitants of Dedan. For I will bring the calamity of Esau upon him, the time that I shall visit him. If grape gatherers came to thee, would they not leave some gleaning grapes? If thieves by night, would they not destroy till they had enough? But I have made Esau bare, I have uncovered his secret places, and he shall not be able to hide himself. His seed is destroyed, and his brethren, and his neighbors, and he is not. Leave thy fatherless children, I will preserve them alive, and let thy widows trust in me. For thus saith Jehovah, Behold, They to whom it pertained not to drink of the cup shall assuredly drink. And art thou he that shall altogether go unpunished? Thou shalt not go unpunished, but thou shalt surely drink. For I have sworn by myself, saith Jehovah, that Bozrah shall become an astonishment, a reproach, a waste, and a curse, and all the cities thereof shall be perpetual wastes. I have heard tidings from Jehovah, and an ambassador is sent among the nations, saying, Gather yourselves together, and come against her, and rise up to the battle. For behold, I have made thee small among the nations, and despised among men. As for thy terribleness, the pride of thy heart hath deceived thee. O thou that dwellest in the clefts of the rock, that holdest the height of the hill, though thou shouldest make thy nest as high as the eagle, I will bring thee down from thence, saith Jehovah. And Edom shall become an astonishment. Every one that passeth by it shall be astonished, and shall hiss at all the plagues thereof. As in the overthrow of Sodom and Gomorrah, and the neighbor cities thereof, saith Jehovah, no man shall dwell there, neither shall any son of man sojourn therein. Behold, he shall come up like a lion from the pride of the Jordan against the strong habitation. For I will suddenly make them run away from it, and whoso is chosen, him will I appoint over it. For who is like me? And who will appoint me a time? And who is the shepherd that will stand before me? Therefore hear ye the counsel of Jehovah, that he hath taken against Edom and his purposes, that he hath purposed against the inhabitants of Teman. Surely they shall drag them away, even the little ones of the flock. Surely he shall make their habitation desolate over them. The earth trembleth at the noise of their fall. There is a cry, the noise whereof is heard in the Red Sea. Behold, he shall come up and fly as the eagle, and spread out his wings against Bozrah. And the heart of the mighty men of Edom at that day shall be as the heart of a woman in her pangs. O Damascus, Hamath is confounded, and Arpad, for they have heard evil tidings. They are melted away. There is sorrow on the sea. It cannot be quiet. Damascus is waxed feeble. She turneth herself to flee, and trembling hath seized on her. Anguish and sorrows have taken hold of her, as of a woman in travail. How is the city of praise not forsaken, the city of my joy? Therefore her young men shall fall in her streets, and all the men of war shall be brought to silence in that day, saith Jehovah of hosts. I will kindle a fire in the wall of Damascus, and it shall devour the palaces of Ben-Hadad. Of Kedar and of the kingdoms of Hazor, which Nebuchadnezzar king of Babylon smote, thus saith Jehovah, Arise ye, go up to Kedar, and destroy the children of the east. Their tents and their flock shall they take. They shall carry away for themselves their curtains, and all their vessels, and their camels, and they shall cry unto them, terror on every side. Flee ye, wander far off, dwell in the depths, O ye inhabitants of Hazor, saith Jehovah. For Nebuchadnezzar king of Babylon hath taken counsel against you, and hath conceived a purpose against you. Arise, get you up unto a nation that is at ease, that dwelleth without care, saith Jehovah, that have neither gates nor bars, that dwell alone. And their camels shall be a booty, and the multitude of their cattle a spoil. And I will scatter unto all winds them that have the corners of their hair cut off, and I will bring their calamity from every side of them, saith Jehovah. And Hazor shall be a dwelling place of jackals, a desolation forever. No man shall dwell there, neither shall any son of man sojourn therein. The word of Jehovah that came to Jeremiah the prophet concerning Elam, in the beginning of the reign of Zedekiah king of Judah, saying, Thus saith Jehovah of hosts, Behold, I will break the bow of Elam, the chief of their might. And upon Elam will I bring the four winds from the four quarters of heaven, and will scatter them toward all those winds. And there shall be no nation whither the outcasts of Elam shall not come. And I will cause Elam to be dismayed before their enemies, and before them that seek their life. And I will bring evil upon them, even my fierce anger, saith Jehovah. And I will send the sword after them till I have consumed them. And I will set my throne in Elam, and will destroy from thence king and princes, saith Jehovah. But it shall come to pass in the latter days that I will bring back the captivity of Elam, saith Jehovah.